after owning the Harley Benton Telecaster for 4 months. Is it still as good as all the reviews says? Let's find out. If you follow my channel, you will probably have seen my video about when I changed my tuners on it. So I have already made a change of the standard guitar. They were functional, but they felt a little bit cheap. And I thought, why not upgrade? So I did. You can follow the link up here to that video. It was mainly convenience for my part. I just like lock and tuners and are used to have them, that convenience. I'm more used to the other style of lock tuners when you have the little wheel on the back side. I don't know, it's more modern looking perhaps, but this one a little more traditional. Locking tuners still worked fine. I think they go very well with the vibe of the guitar and match the little more old school feeling of this guitar. So let's get the guitar off the rack and start looking. The nut was cut pretty well. The height was okay in my humble opinion as a happy beginner. It's not a bow nut, which you can't expect in this price range. I will change that soon. It's an easy upgrade to make according to YouTube videos, and it'll be a fun experience to try that out by myself. The neck is without a doubt the best feature of this guitar. The roasted maple neck feels and looks fantastic, I must say. I'm really in love with that neck. My wife tells me I look a bit weird stroking it up and down. So it feels really good. It's very smooth and pretty. The spec sheet says it's a D-shaped neck. I am not so familiar with the D-shape. I'm more used to this rounded C, like a Fender style I suppose. This have obviously a more shoulder, so it's more flattening on the bottom. I think it feels good. It was a little bit different at first, but for me it's not a huge deal. It feels great. Honestly, I can't find a single flaw on the neck. And for this price, it's amazing. I had some plans to try a Podcaster last year, but the necks were so expensive. So just the neck, to find a roasted maple neck, was probably $200. Just those. So, and this entire guitar is below that, so the value is unbelievable. In opposite to the neck, on the guitar, the frets were probably the worst thing. The fret ends they felt okay at first, but the fret sprout is apparent. On some frets it's really apparent. They will have to be redone. I will maybe do that myself if I dare. Otherwise I will leave it to a tech. In addition, it suffers quite a lot from fret buzz due to uneven frets. I tried a fret rocker, moved up and down the neck. It was pretty uneven. I noticed that on other reviews as well. This is my first Harley Benton, so I don't know if this is for all guitars, but on this sample it is very apparent. So I will have to do a fret level too. Stay tuned for that as well. The color looks great. I think the picture on the website is a fair representation of what you get in the box. The body feels light, but not too light. I don't like too light guitars, so this is a happy medium for me. A downside is that it's a little soft. When I made a video a couple of months ago, I left it on the floor on a pillow. That moment I left the guitar on the pillow, it got a little dent in it. So it's visible in some light, but it is pretty apparent if you're looking for it. I also found some minor dents in the rest of the body. It's nothing major, and for this in this price point, it's no big deal. So just be aware of that. The pickups, yeah, they sound like a Tele, I suppose. This is my first Tele and my first single cone guitar, so my experience in this field is very limited. But it sounds like a Strat. No. A Tele. It sounds like a Tele. Just for fun, I will probably try and change these two and make a sound comparison. Put a little more expensive pickups just to see if there are a difference between those more little cheaper pickups and more branded name pickups. Overall, this is an amazing guitar for the price. I still can't believe that it's only, I think, about 185 euro at the time of the recording. And as I said before, just to buy a neck that feels like this is just about that. So, and to get the whole guitar for that price, it's amazing. The downside is frets, which will take a little bit of work. But I think that if you buy a guitar in this price point, you expect that, but maybe don't be too let down if you have something like this. I looked at videos from Philip McKnight, and it doesn't look so hard, so I will probably do everything myself just to validate that fact. And then who I think this guitar is for. I don't think this is just a budget guitar, but a good guitar for anybody like me that mostly plays with a humbucker but want to experiment with single coils and maybe see how that sounds in different amp settings. But of course for the price it's very beginner friendly, and if you want the guitar with a single coil and not to pay too much money because you don't know if you want to keep it, this is a great choice as well. If you want to see when I first got the guitar, let's follow this link here and see how it looked when I first got the guitar for the first time.